My teaching and my research is all based upon the idea of the adaptation of existing buildings, and the reuse of buildings, the reuse of structures that are already there is one of the defining factors of interiors and architecture in the 21st century. And that idea of reduce, reuse and renew is very, very important towards our 21st century society. And buildings with the amount of inherent energy that's already embodied within them, if they can be reused, it retains a sense of memory, it reduces consumption, and it's economically very, very good for the environment and for the society that are living and working within that area, the people who inhabit this. And this is the basis of all of my work. And so the lectures and the teaching that I'm doing at Berlin International are very much based upon this research. So I'm working with two groups, an undergraduate group where we're reusing a building from the 1950s or 60s, and then with self-chosen projects with the master's students. But it's all about how you understand the qualities and characteristics of the existing building and use that as a basis for the redesign or the remodelling of that building. So it becomes a conversation between new and old, and neither one is more primary than the other, which is why the subject is so interesting. It isn't about the glorification of the architect or the designer, but this amalgamation of two things, both of which contribute to the future of these buildings. So my lectures and my teaching have been about this, and while I've been at Berlin International, I've also written a couple of chapters which really talk about the different aspects of adaptive reuse. Some are very based in the idea of architecture, one in teaching, and another one about that the anxiety that's inherent within a 21st century society, that overload and that start of the distrust between a digital society and a real society and a physical society, and how adaptive reuse, which is real, it's physical, you can touch it, you can feel it, and it's actually there, and how that offers a sense of security to the population of today, and how important that tangible is to us. So I was absolutely thrilled to have been invited to be a visiting academic at the Berlin International University. And it's architectural and interiors academic and universities. It's a small world. And so Berlin International has a reputation for being a very forward-thinking, very innovative and progressive programme. And I've really found it has been like that. And what I've been impressed most about was that family atmosphere that you get here, that all the students, they all know each other, they all work here, they all have really very strong professional relationships with each other, and the academic staff as well. They really feel that they're part of a team, all striving towards the same goal. So it's a lovely place to work, and architecture and design and interiors are at the centre of this experience. And we all are passionately interested in the subject, and you can see that within the students as well, how interested they are in interior design and in interior architecture and adaptive reuse, and how that is at the centre of all their work. Some key words that have really, I feel, are important to the school, and I've found have helped drive my time here. And I think the first one is the family atmosphere. Everyone knows everybody else, and everybody's looking after each other, and you can feel that sense of kindness, of camaraderie within the student body, but also within the staff and between the students and the staff. We know what to expect from the students, and the students know what to expect from us, and so it's it creates a lovely atmosphere within the school. I think the school, another key word would be design, and the the idea of understanding design and the appreciation of it for the sake of design, not just because it will give a good result at the end of the degree or at the end of the course. Students and the staff are passionately interested in the subject itself, and we've had many incredibly interesting discussions among the staff and with students about the future of design, about where it's going, what it means, and the purpose of it. I think one of the very interesting things about interiors is that as a human population, we spend more than 80% of our time in interiors, inside buildings, and therefore the design of them has to be incredibly important. It has to be right. We have to be able to feel confident and comfortable within these spaces. So it's not merely the result of the exterior buildings. It's a design subject in its own right that it needs exploring, and within the school itself it is explored into a great deal of detail, and that's a joy to be part of. One of the things I'm going to take away from my experience in Berlin is the excitement of there's always something happening. There's always something going on, whether it's in the university, there's another lecture, there's a review, there's somebody talking about something interesting, look, there's an exhibition on that we should go and see within the university. And of course, that's replicated in Berlin itself, the excitement within the city itself of there always being activities. It's full of creative, cultured people who want to show us things, who want to achieve something. And that happens within Berlin and within the university. That's a marvellous experience.